Hi, I am Osman. I'm an energy healer um, with telepathic capabilities and on a master level. I specialize in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing yoga and meditation for almost 5 decades and teaching for 44 years, and having increased my knowledge and studied under various masters of different aspects of the yoga system. And I spent the last 5 decades simplifying it for the 21st century and putting together a unique protocol that is, I haven't found being taught together in that combination by any other yoga teacher in the world, right? So for more information on my methods and my services, please visit my website, yogawellness786.com. And please remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, which is the ultimate, most powerful yoga method? So, in previous videos, I described the easiest, practical and easiest and effective method, and then the most powerful and easy method was, the breath work. The most easy and practical method is and effective is hatha yoga, and the most powerful and easy method would be breath work, and the most ultimate, most powerful method in yoga is the kriya as taught by Paramahamsa Yogananda, introduced to the world by Paramahamsa Yogananda to the international world. It was actually brought by his grand guru, Lahiri Mahasai, and Lahiri Mahasai taught it to his student Sri Yukteswar, and Sri Yukteswar student was Paramahamsa Yogananda, and Paramahamsa Yogananda brought it to the West, and he initiated over 10,000 students. I haven't heard in history someone initiating so much. I think now, in the modern day, someone who's definitely surpassed, definitely surpassed that initiation is Sadhguru, where he's initiated millions of people, right, into the Shambhavi method of meditation. But even including the initiation into the Shambhavi method, even if you are initiated into meditation and so forth, the most powerful method is the Kriya, right? Because that one is where you take your awakened life force energy, prana energy, or the initial stages of the Kundalini energy. Because the Kundalini unspirals and develops layer by layer until it's on the highest level, and then the highest level is what people sometimes refer to as the Kundalini, but it is involving the initial levels as well. And to develop that faster and quicker on a daily, weekly, or fortnightly basis or monthly basis, the quickest, fastest, even uh, maybe 100 times faster than the progress in meditation is the kriya, right? You using a breathing technique and to push down hard, and you raise your kundalini energy to your head, fill your energy, your life force energy to your head, and then you breathe out and let it go down. So you raise it and you drop it, you raise it and drop it, and you keep widening and opening the chakras wider and wider and wider and wider and wider, and increasing the power of each chakra, and start experiencing amazing powers of each chakra. Got its own power in terms of socialization in the world, like in terms of your unbounded energy. You start having more and more energy, from your root chakra, and then your sense of pleasure and acquiring knowledge and the arts and so forth. Like to become a better musician, a better artist, a better painter, be able to appreciate poetry, literature, drama, enjoying movies, enjoying travel, and so forth is the second chakra. The third chakra, or the sacral chakra, right? The third chakra is your solar plexus chakra. This is the powerhouse of your body. This brings your power in your career, takes you up the ranks to the highest levels of your field, helps you to come there and to be a great orator, great influence, very magnetic personality, and also improve uh, tremendously your power of earning an income as a result as well. So increase is called the money chakra, right? Because people are interested in money. So you can focus on the solar plexus chakra, widening that, so you're becoming more and more powerful. I'm just explaining, this so that you understand all the powers that comes with this power technique, right? And then the heart chakra, your capacity to love, tap into that sense of love and joy and happiness and forgiveness and all the good qualities, which improves your propensity to the law of attraction. You start attracting more and more abundance in your life, more and more, good relationships, society, your soulmate, finding a soulmate, finding love, and being able to navigate relationships better, and have more meaningful relationships, not only in romance but also in social circumstances and good friends, and in the work environment, professional environment, be able to create greater long-term partnerships, and with clients, repeat customers, making more money as well, right? And living with joy and love and peace and amazing, turn your life around to heaven on earth, right? That's what the heart chakra does, right? And then the throat chakra is bringing about your capacity for mystical, mystical powers, right? So the Harry Potter style. So if you know some incantations and mantras, so you will get the power of it, and you can have it, but more you'll be able to communicate more on a nuanced level, and you're able to have more control over your environment. Things you think of will start revolving towards you, so this is what the power of attraction is all about. But it's not something magical, it's something that is inherent in all humans. And it's not like magically suddenly something is going to come and drop in front of you, but you're creating that attraction for that opportunities to present itself, to bring it towards you by you taking actions in those in those directions. And also those who want to communicate on mystic levels, with the spirit world and higher frequencies. And usually people want to go on trips, using mushrooms and DMT and so forth, and they're able to communicate with higher frequency entities and get advice and so forth, and it's usually through the activation of that chakra, right? And then your third eye chakra, right? That one uh, improves your creativity and intuition, to be able to, under the worst of problems, is to find a unique solution, how to solve the problem and navigate your way out and find a way out of the situation. Very creative, very intuitive, and also when people are speaking, you know what actually is behind, what it is, there that they you the masks are removed, because everyone is with masks, so they're not presenting who they truly are, but you'll be able to see through those masks, right? Very easily. And then it's amazing how, when people are talking, you just can intuitively know this person doesn't mean what he says, or this is, or he's plotting against me, and this is, and you can, for that slight nuances of the voice, you can catch it, right? And it's a very refined skill, and it opens up for you, right? And then developing your seventh chakra, your connection with the universe, with everything that exists. You start to work more harmoniously and adapt to changes in the times and circumstances, and with the bigger picture in terms of, because AI comes in, you learn to adapt and you have to accept it. It's not going away, right? Or what's the latest investment strategy? The latest native crypto markets, where you can study those markets where coins are being introduced initially into the native crypto market, and they're rising up about 150 times before they introduced into the centralized crypto markets. And there, the rise over a year period is only like 100%, usually. So imagine you have $10,000, you put it into the native markets, and know how, because all your intuitions and so is more highly refined. So you reduce your risk, and you spread out your risks as well, and have a higher possibility of making the right investment strategy and growing your money 150 fold, right? A year, which is normal, right? I mean, in the last 16 years, the Bitcoin increased on average per year 145%, right? And that is on the centralized market. Imagine if you were on the non-centralized, the native market, where the coins, that are initially introduced into the world, comes there. Of course, there's thousands of them, and you need to be able to identify. But with a higher, intellectual capacity, higher all these capacities, you'll be able to navigate all this, with ease, right? Using the right methodologies and the right AI software, and also the right, finding the right experts to follow, which advices, and make your own decision, from there. So the most powerful method, the Kriya method, is going up through. You are working it right up to the highest chakra and bringing it down every day, up and down, right? Several, minimum 24 times a day. On average 24 times a day, not less than 12 times a day, according to Yogananda. And then I do it 100 times a day because I found doing that has got exponential benefits in the progress. The sweet spot where the maximum benefit is to 100 times, right? And that takes me about 2 hours a day. So doing 24 rounds will take you around 30 minutes a day, right? That is the most powerful method. Even those who feel they are stuck in meditation, many people, they reach the third eye level and they feel they're stuck there, and they're not stuck. As you go up each level to go to the next level is that much more difficult. When you come to this level, it's like it's going to seem almost impossible to go to the next level, right? Almost impossible, because it's more, it becomes, as you're going higher and higher, as you're going into, school, you're starting with arithmetic, in baby class, then you're going to high school and you're starting with trigonometry, geometry, introduction to calculus, going to university and postgraduate quantum physics and so forth, right? It's going to become more and more intricate. So as you're going higher up, of course it's going to be more difficult. But to fast forward it, most powerful method is the Kriya method. Hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.